Thank you for tuning in to today's show. You've just tuned in to Street Talk. I have a very special guest on today's show, and he's going to share with the community about a wonderful event that is taking place very soon. I will tell you that it is a nationally known public figure that will be the keynote speaker. You don't want to miss it. It's Street Talk here on Cable TV. Thank you again for tuning in to today's show. As I promised, I have a very special guest on today's show. Also, he's no stranger to the community because he's always involved. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mr. Wayne Hells. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It is such an honor to have you on. Finally, we're catching up. And I am super, super excited about this wonderful event that you are part of the committee that is going to be hosting for Black History Month. Before we get right into it, tell us the committee that you're part of.
Well, it's the Black History Month Observance Breakfast Committee. It consists, when you're doing an event like that, and it's our 35th year, it's not one or two people. So we have different levels. So I'm telling you, it's probably about 40 or 50 folks that are involved because we have separate committees. You've got a decoration committee, you've got a speakers committee, you have you've got it all. You've got a program committee, you've got ticket sales. So one of the great things about it is that you would think, when you think of committees and you think 35 years, it's all old folks doing it. But we have been able to get a lot of young people involved. And of course, the Congressman Sanford D. Bishop, it's his particular breakfast that he's bringing in every year. And a few years back, he wanted to make sure millennials were involved. And so, now the millennials are a little older now. But you will see on that day, a lot of young people on program and participating and being recognized.
Wow, this is going to be huge because we're going to share with you who the keynote speaker will be. But before we get into that, I want people to connect you with what you do in the community as well. Wayne, you always involved, so I know this is very dear to your heart to bringing the community together as one. I love that. And that's what this observance breakfast is all about. If you haven't met Wayne, Wayne is a publisher and president of the Courier newspaper, which is here in our local Tri-City area. And so I know this is very dear for your heart, to your heart, because it's in the newspaper. But the community and those that are watching, you're getting ready to get the 411 on it. I would say the 411, and Wayne knows what that means, all the information. Okay, it is an observance breakfast that is led by United States Congressman Sanford Bishop. Now, tell them when it is.
Okay. It will be Monday, February the 17th, 7 o'clock a.m. At the Columbus Convention and Trade Center. When we say the breakfast starts the program starts at 7. Breakfast lines will open up at 6:45. One of the key things is we don't want to keep you all day. It is a holiday, President's Day, but we're going to start promptly at 7, and we plan to be finished by 9 o'clock. And you'll have everything in between. This year, I'm sure everyone's read and heard about Jamisa Hummingbird Lights, who recently was discovered by Tyler Perry. Well, she's going to be on the program singing too. So we've got some things along with our special guest keynote speaker.
Awesome.
And then part of the program is really about recognizing the anchors in this community and the emerging leaders. So there are some different awards that we're giving this year, and one of the new ones is called the 10 Points of Light, where we're going to be recognizing those sort of unsung heroes, those folks who we've been watching over the year, who aren't doing things for recognition. You know, there are a lot of people in this community that are really just doing things. They're not asking for recognition. They're not asking for money. They're coming out their pockets. We got 10 people that we're going to recognize, and we call them the 10 points of light.
I love it.
Okay, we also will recognize an unsung hero, and I will say this without giving the name. Phoenix City will be proud of that unsung hero. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
We have an emerging leader, and then we do a legacy award, a legacy of leadership award, and this year we're giving away 3. So it's going to be an amazing morning of recognition.
Yes.
And after the awards, we have a great keynote speaker.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. So it's going to be February 17th, which is on President's Day. And the mission behind it, as you can see, it is about bringing the community together and highlighting those community champions. That's what I love to call them.
There we go.
They're champions. And they're out here doing things in the community that really matters. And just like Wayne said, they're not doing it to be regarded or rewarded. They're just doing it because I always believe it's their calling.
That's it.
Yes. So it is a wonderful breakfast. I know people are wanting to know about tickets. Are tickets still available?
Tickets are still available. They're $50 each individual. But if you want a reserved table, that means that your name will be on the table, and you will, when you walk in, you'll have a guaranteed a seat. That's $500 for a reserved table. Now, if you come in and you want individual seats, so you want to buy a table of 8. Then that does not necessarily guarantee that all 8 of you all will sit together. So the key is to get you a reserved table for $500.
Okay. So people can buy individual tickets. Where are locations?
The location is at the Curry-Echo Latino newspaper office on 1300 Winton Road, Suite 104. You can call my number, 706-358-9202, and I will have tickets to you. If you need me to bring them to you, we will do that.
Wonderful. And so we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to tell you about the proceeds and also let you know about who the keynote speaker is. You don't want to miss it. It is Street Talk here on CTVB.
You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Find support for your strength. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community.
We're back with Mr. Wayne Hells. He's a committee member of the wonderful annual Black History Month Observance Breakfast that is taking place February 17th at 7 a.m. and the breakfast line starts at 6:45 a.m. promptly. Thank you again, sir, for being on today's show. This is so wonderful. I'm so excited. Help the community know about the proceeds for this event.
Every year, the proceeds for the event goes to a nonprofit organization in the community, and the funds are distributed almost immediately. So, you know, sometimes people say what's going to happen, but truly from the breakfast. So in the past years, they've gone to the House of Mercy, to the Liberty Theater, and to the Columbus Black History Museum. And, you know, of course, they're all wonderful organizations that need to be done, but need to be recognized. So that is one of the good things about it. Again, all the monies that are collected go toward these proceeds to benefit these organizations.
That's amazing. You're giving it back 100%. That is
Absolutely.
amazing. I love it. You're honoring local community leaders, organizations, giving back. This is going to be wonderful. Then you're going to have some entertainment by our very own from the Tri-City area, Jamisa.
Right, and Kendrick High School Chorus is also going to perform. Now they were just got back from the state, so they were the only high school chorus from this city who was asked to perform at state this year. So they are performing as well.
This is amazing. Now, Wayne,
Yes.
the big announcement.
Okay.
The keynote speaker.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Is Dr. Jill Biden, and she is, of course, the wife of the former Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden, and current candidate for president.
Wow.
So she will be here as our guest speaker, and we're grateful for that. Of course, that came from Congressman Sanford D. Bishop with his contacts, and every year, if you notice over the years, he has been able to garner us great speakers. And I don't know if you recall, but in 2005 we had Senator Barack Obama as a guest speaker.
I didn't know
right
that.
before he announced for president. That's right. So we've had him. We've had Elijah Cummings. We've had so many different Val Demings, Congressperson Val Demings. Congressman Clyburn, just a lot of great speakers coming through. So, but this one, Dr. Jill Biden, and she's an educator.
Exactly.
So our theme this year is their legacy, our future, and so she's going to come and talk to us on that vein. But yeah, it's going to be a great event, and we are fortunate to have her
Absolutely.
speak with us. this
That
night.
is amazing to have her to agree to come here to this Tri-City area to speak back into our community. I love that theme. Their legacy, our future.
Absolutely.
That is powerful. I love it. I love it. Wow. So for those that want to sponsor tables, you can have your organization, your company sponsor a table. It's going right back into the community. You never know. You may be the one that's going to be honored as well. So help them to know again about the prices to sponsor or individually.
Okay. If you'd like to have a reserved table sponsored, that's $500, and it's a table of 8. And in that case, your name will be placed on the table, and when you come in, you'll know where you to be seated. Individual tickets are $50 each, and again, you can purchase 8 tickets at $50, but that does not guarantee that you all will sit together. Okay, so from my perspective, it'd be great to have a reserved table. That way, if your friends you want to sit together, you're guaranteed to sit together. Now, you can get there early. Early before anybody else and get you a table of 8. If all 8 of you all are there, you know how we'll do.
Right.
We'll move the table, put the chair up there to keep
Yes.
people in there. But if somebody comes and sits down, and they say, hey, we want to sit here, you really can't let them go. But again, and you can get tickets from me, 706-358-9202, or at the Courier Echo Latino newspaper office, which is located at 1300 Winton Road, Suite 104.
Well, Wayne, you've been a part of this committee for some time. And I know you didn't expect me to ask you this, but what are some of the most gratifying things that you have received from having these type of events?
It's always, guest speakers are, I'm inspired by some of the things people say, and there are a lot of people, a lot of organizations have different people, but from this perspective, the conversations, the speakers, the inspiring words, when you come to an event like that, I always feel good about leaving with that. Now, the majority thing for me is the fact that I'm able to work with so many great people. It takes a lot to, they say if you ever see a turtle sitting on a fence, it didn't get there by themselves. When you come to that program and you're excited and you say, oh, wow, this is really nice. Trust me, it wasn't 1 or 2 people. Our chairman this year is Miss Ann Caggins, and she has been able to garner, when I tell you she can pull together some people, she pulled together a great committee this year, young and old, millennials and senior citizens. So it's a great committee. The opportunity to work with a diverse group of folks. And when you come to this event, it is a diverse event. It's not just because it's a Black History breakfast observance does not mean you're going to sit there with all Black people. It's diverse, and it's from all economic.
I love it.
So you got folks from barbers to politicians, from judges
Yes.
to just regular folks.
I love it. It's like a rainbow of love. I love it. And it's going to be a sellout. So you better
that's
get your
true.
tickets because I have seen the effect of some of these events like this. I promise you, it's going to be a sellout. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back and close the show. You're watching it here on CTV Beam.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Get on top of it before they do. Every 24 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchorit.gov.
And welcome back. We're with Wayne Hells, committee member of this wonderful 35th annual Black History Month Observance Breakfast. It's going to be held February 17th at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center in Columbus, downtown Columbus. Wonderful
Absolutely.
facility as well. It's going to be a packed house.
It will be. So I promise you need to get your tickets now.
Absolutely. And I will say hats off to you all for an amazing committee. How long did it take to plan this?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You know, something like this takes a while. So it's not like you wake up today and do it. So, I mean, really, it takes about 6 months because once it's over, we'll sit and we'll talk. You know, you have an after action report meeting, and then you decide, okay, who shall we try to reach out for next year? So it takes a while because you want to make sure the speaker's available, and then you want to make sure everything is perfect.
Yes.
So it takes about 6 or 7 months to do it.
Well, we're excited. CTV Beam will be there also. We're going to highlight this wonderful event for the community in the Tri-City area to see as well. We want to thank you for allowing us to come in and broadcast this for the community. Thank you for the
All right.
invitation.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We appreciate all you guys do. I want you to close out the show by inviting the community again and give them your contacts.
All right. We want to make sure that you're in the house on Monday, February 17th, 7 o'clock a.m. At the Columbus Convention and Trade Center for Dr. Jill Biden. She will be the guest speaker. Tickets are $50 each, and a reserved table is $500. Be there, or as they say, be square.
And you don't want to be square because I promise you, you're going to be inspired. You're going to be encouraged. You're going to be uplifted. I love this theme, their legacy, our future. We're going to walk away in power. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. Again, support this wonderful event because it's pouring back into our community. You've been watching Street Talk here on CTV Beam.